Thursday Night Football. The Ravens are back. They win 28-6 over the Dolphins.
The Ravens are very much back. Their quarterback is back, and that is the most important thing. Lamar Jackson, 4 touchdowns, no picks in this game. Played pretty much flawless. Derrick Henry runs the ball very well, 120 yards on the ground for him. Lamar didn't really run the ball too much, just kind of did what he had to do, and they killed the Dolphins. Wasn't really much of a game.
It was early.
What do you mean?
Like, it was a game early. The first couple quarters were close. First half was close.
I think it was 14-3 at halftime.
Yeah. Was it?
Or 14-6 at halftime. 14-6.
Yeah. I think it was
2 field goals.
6, yeah. Because it was like 7-6 at one point, or 6-7.
Something like that. But to
something like that.
Then this offense still struggling. Waddle has a solid game, but roster management isn't great. And they, after the game, I believe it was Friday, fired their general manager, Chris Greer.
Yep.
So we'll have a new general manager. Hopefully they fire Mike McDaniel and completely reset.
I assume that will be what happens.
It has to be, right?
Unless they bring in one of McDaniel's boys or something.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't. Is it weird I still kind of like Mike McDaniel? Like, I still think
you can like him.
Coach.
I just don't think he's a good head coach.
I think he's a really good offensive coordinator.
Yes, I think that's...
And I think a team's going to get a guy that draws up plays really, really well. Maybe the Lions should go get him.
Yeah.
But, I think he's got to... I think he will be fired by the end of the year. I think he could be fired before the end of the year.
Well, they said they're not firing him during the season, I guess.
They said that?
I believe so.
Didn't the Bears say that about Eberflus?
Yeah. Or, well, I don't know if the Bears said it, but that's like it was never been done.
Yeah. But it finally was done. I don't have a ton to say about this game in general. We said it last week. The Ravens' schedule is so easy from here on out. Now that they have Lamar back, it's going to be smooth sailing for them. They're easily going to make the playoffs. They'll probably win this division.
Yes, they have said that they don't believe he'll be fired. Unless something dramatically changes, he won't be fired.
What if they lose every game?
Would that be a good thing, though? If he's your head coach at this point, you want to lose every game. You're not going to make the playoffs.
I know. I do agree with that, but also it's like, what do you do? You still have a decision to make, like with your quarterback. There also isn't it would be pretty crazy to me to see Miami get a top 3 pick and take a quarterback this year. That would shock me.
I mean, they are paying Tua so much, but yeah.
It's that Tua also has shown flashes that he isn't bad, and this is a weak quarterback class.
It is.
What are you going to
take from Mendoza or Sellers?
Nussmeier Nussmeier maybe. But if you have Tua on your team and you use the number 3 pick on Mendoza, that's a giant mistake in my opinion.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm not sold on Mendoza, but we'll have to see. The probabilities for the playoffs have changed a little bit though from last week, especially for the Ravens. They're actually down 1% to 50%.
What? Is maybe because the Steelers won?
I believe it's because the Jags won, the Chargers won, and the Steelers won.
Okay, so it was nothing with theirs.
And the Chiefs with the loss stay on the outside looking in at 5-4. 67% chance for them though.
Good to know. Good to know.
Meanwhile, the Jags at 55.
Steelers at 61. Stand out there to you?
Steelers at 61. NFC, like I said last week, the NFC I feel like it's just set.
It's set.
Everybody that's in the playoffs right now in the NFC has according to I think the NFL uses like Amazon.
No, it's
what is it?
Or no, it is Amazon. It's Next Gen Stats.
Next Gen Stats presented by like
Amazon Prime or something like that. Yeah.
But every team above it is 74% and up. So the Lions are the lowest at 74%.
Wow.
And then the first team out is the 8 seed Bears at 29% at 5-3. So
would the Lions be the 7 seed today?
As of right now, yes.
Wow. That's crazy.
Be the 7 seed going into Tampa. You think
What?
I'm not saying anything.
What was that?
I think the Lions beat Tampa.
No, I wasn't saying they are. I was just gulping in nervousness.
Of being a 7
seed?
seed?
Being a 7 seed.
I thought you were gulping in I'm not worried about...
Oh, no. I am a little worried. For sure. I'm for sure a little worried.
You get to talk about the Lions today, though, for the first time in a month.
I don't know if I want to today.
Yeah. They pay... What? How many games did they go 3-0 while we didn't talk about them? Or
I don't think of... No, they lost... I didn't get to talk about the Chiefs. Thank God. It was because it was Chiefs by this one, and the one before that I didn't get to talk about them beating the Bucks.
Yeah,
2 weeks ago, because that was Monday Night Football.
So what, 1-1?
1-1.
Okay, so not too bad.
Not too bad, but I think overall, have I gotten to talk about the Lions after a win? The Browns game.
Yeah.
And the Bengals.
What a win.
And the Bengals. And
Two
the Bengals.
massive wins.
Yeah. Two. But speaking of the we got to do next week's matchups here. Ravens are going into Minnesota to play the Vikings. That's going to be a hell of a game.
Yeah, with Minnesota looking a little bit better, I'm still going to easily go with the Ravens. Lamar should get back his dominance against the NFC, and I hope. So I got the Ravens.
I'm going to take the Vikings at home.
Wow.
I'm going to take the Vikings at
over
home.
Lamar and the Ravens.
Yeah.
So you're eliminating Lamar and the Ravens from the playoffs, basically.
Are they eliminated if they lose this game?
They pretty much have to win out. Otherwise, they'd have to get in with 9 wins.
How many losses do they have?
They have 5 losses right now.
No, they have 2 more before they'd have to. There's
well, if they would lose
games.
next week, they'd be at 6 losses, and I'm saying they'd have to win out probably to make the playoffs.
Oh, because but they could lose 1 more and still be in at 10-7. Then.
Yeah, I'm thinking of 9-7. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's 17 games.
It throws me. Every time I see a team at 1-5, I just think of the Colts coming back from 1-5, and we only had 1 loss to finish at 10-6.
Yes.
I forgot we're not a 4. Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately for you.
Yeah, I guess.
But no, I'm actually switching. I'm going to the Ravens.
Oh, let's go. Persuasion.
And then Dolphins, Bills. Obviously the Bills.
Yeah, Bills.
All right. Moving on here to Bears, Bengals. Bears 47, Bengals 42. This game was obviously insane towards the end.
Yeah,
Boring
probably game of the week.
Maybe not close to game of the week.
Yeah, game of the week.
Nah, I think I could pick 2 or 3 that are higher.
There's no chance.
I would take the Broncos Texans.
No, absolutely not.
Jaguars Raiders.
Absolutely. I can't even tell if this is bias or what.
How is this? The game sucked until the end.
I mean,
it was
a high-scoring game the whole game.
Yeah,
points left and right.
The Bears
15 points in the last 49 seconds for the
the end
Bengals,
was great.
and then the Bears get a. I mean, that's probably what you don't like is the Bears getting a 70-yard touchdown to win it. Or 60.
Was it 60? I thought it was like 40.
No, it was more than that. He was on the other side of the 50.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind that. But no, I thought it was fun to watch at the end. For the Bears, they didn't have Swift. Monongai was fantastic for them, though. He was just running north-south. That was like my dad's main take from the game is like, this guy, I like this guy. He runs north-south. He doesn't go east-west. It's like he just runs through them. And he did. The Bears defense is still sus. Basically, my notes are early in this game where the Bears defense is still sus, but they're going to win this game. And then just 14 points in 49 seconds. You don't see that anymore because of the rarity of the onside kick. But now, when you get one, it's like, oh.
Well, it was 15 because I believe they did year 2 for 1 in your favor.
Correct. Where you're right, it was 15 points. Because what I was going to say, there's nothing worse than doing that, being right, going for 2, and then getting up 1 and still losing the game because the other team has more time with the ball. There's nothing worse than that, but I was really happy to see it.
That was my thought while it was going on was I think they scored too fast. Like they made the Bears use their timeouts, but you still scored too fast.
Yeah, unfortunately. Can't give Caleb the ball.
No. I mean, Caleb Williams didn't. I mean, he was good in this game. Probably his best game of the year, maybe. But when you get 176 rushing yards from your running back, I hope you have a good game passing the ball.
No, I agree. And there's something I have to admit about the Bears.
Uh-oh.
My hatred for the Bears is not burning this year like it usually burns. Like I don't hate them that much. I kind of like Caleb. Ben Johnson, it's even though I'm mad at what he did, it's hard for me to forget the memories.
He betrayed you.
It's hard for me to forget the memories though. And like they haven't beaten us in so long. And it was kind of getting that way for the Vikings, but now after losing to the Vikings, my hatred for the Vikings is back because I think the Lions had won 5 straight against them up until today. And I'm losing my fire a little bit for them.
I think you got to go and sit around Bears fans a little bit more.
I think that might be it too. Is I just haven't really been hanging around Bears fans that much. Like in high school, in middle school, like everybody's Bears fans. So I constantly had it and I hated them so much because of that. You're probably right.
Yeah.
Yonkman's not here.
Yeah.
like there's nobody for me to get mad at. But granted, if the Bears were like, if I genuinely thought they were a good team, maybe I would hate them more. But
I just don't think they're good.
I don't think they're as good as the records.
I think they're just a little bit better than last year is how I view them. And they're a little bit better offensively. When you put up 47 points, it's going to happen. And your defense maybe is worse than last year. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it might be worse than last year. But No, I'm with you. I think they're slightly better than last year. What's their record? 5-3.
They're 5-3. I think last year they were 4-4. So
Yeah, because they started 4-2 last year
Yes.
and then lost 8 straight. I don't think they're a 5-3 team to me, personally.
I think they're a 4-4 team.
I think they're more like a 4-4 team. I do. I agree. I think that's about where they are, and maybe that's why I don't hate them as much. I don't fear them.
They did get finally a big game from Colson Lovin. Cole Kmet goes down with an injury.
Yep. Oh, we forgot to mention him.
And
Yeah.
Colson Lovin, 6 catches, 118 yards, and obviously the big touchdown, but he had another one earlier in the game, so 2 touchdowns there. Good game for him. Nice to see them finally get the ball to a first-round pick, a guy you drafted really early.
Yep.
But, yeah, the defense for the Bears was not good at the end. They had good moments. Tremaine Edmonds had a beautiful interceptions. They had some stops.
I got called back after like a 97. That pick 6, if that didn't get called back and put them at the 2, they would have been up 3 touchdowns.
They would have been.
But
instead, Joe Flacco throws for 470 yards on him.
Yeah, career
4
high.
touchdowns, 2 picks.
Career
Crazy.
high passing yards for Joe Flacco at 40.
They're saying, is Joe Burrow just a Bengals offense merchant?
Some are saying.
Some
Jake
are
Browning didn't play well, though.
saying. Jake Browning was not.
No. God, no.
I still think Joe Burrow's a top 3 quarterback, but or top 5.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say top 3.
So I'm taking the 3 main guys first, but I'll put him top 5.
Wait, 3 main guys.
Lamar,
Oh, Lamar. Allen.
Josh Allen, Mahomes.
Yeah. For some reason, Lamar was still hurt in my mind. All right, Bears next week. Giants at home.
Bears should win that game.
They should.
I got the Bears.
I'm gonna take the Giants on the road.
There you go.
I take the Giants on the road.
Giants are due.
They are due, and they had moments today. And Bengals are on bye.
Oh,
So good for them.
good for them.
All right, we'll move on next here. Vikings 27, Lions 24. Lions struggled in this game on both ends. Just did not play good football. Mediocre offense and bad defense in the first half. Mediocre defense and bad offense in the second half. I wouldn't even say mediocre. They played well in the second half defensively. It was just special teams, just letting them get big punt returns, big kick returns. On offense, whenever we'd have a turnover or we just wouldn't get it on 4th down or had to punt it, and then they get a big return on it. The special teams and the offense were just putting the defense in such tough spots, especially in that second half, and made them look so much worse than they were. They also made J.J. McCarthy look really good, which hurts. I did not have that penciled in when evaluating this game, that J.J. McCarthy would look good.
Yeah.
He did look good. He was airing the ball out to multiple different targets, too. This was Lions had 3 straight 3-and-outs in this game. That was the first time they've had that since 2023 at all, ever. So that is a rare misstep for the Lions. Another rare misstep. They're, I believe, the 4th least penalized team in the NFL going into this week, and they had the most penalties they've had all season today by multiple. They continually just kept shooting themselves in the foot. Obviously, the offensive line and secondary injuries didn't help, but guys were coming back in and going back out and coming back in. So, guys were there. You have to play better than they did today. Didn't love the play calling from Morton. Haven't loved the play calling in a few weeks. I was completely bought in early on it. It looked fine. The offense was buzzing early, best offense in the league. I still think they're probably top 2 or 3 in points scored. Maybe not because they have the bye now, but some teams haven't. But still, the play calling has not been good the past couple weeks. I like that they got J-Mo more involved. He needed to be more involved. Amon-Ra also got hurt in this game, but he came back. But despite all of that going wrong that I just said, the Lions lose this game by 3 points. So, it is what it is. We could have lost to the Panthers at home.
Yeah, you could have, but Vikings really just J.J. McCarthy came out hot, 2 touchdowns early, and that was kind of after that they just coasted a little bit. He only finishes with 143 passing yards, so not too much, but they ran the ball well, and they're able to put up 27 points, so that's all they needed to do. Lions struggled to run the ball. Offensive line injuries maybe contributed to that, and Goff has an okay day, but like you said, Jameson Williams, he was finally involved during the week. John Morton, I believe, said I failed him so far, and he finally gets a chance, so.
Laporta had a big game, though.
Laporta has a massive game.
He had 70 yards and
97.
a touchdown on the first drive.
Yeah, 97 or on the first drive, but 97 yards total, a touchdown for him.
Yep.
Amon-Ra just does Amon-Ra things, and the Monty fumble just hurt the Lions there. And
yeah, that was it. That's the game. Well, that and Lions also had a field goal that got blocked right before they scored the touchdown to go down 3. So, it's pretty easy math there if you see the final score and you see how that went. But that just keeps contributing to what I said. Special teams and offense just put the defense in bad spots. So I'm not mad at it. I thought in the first half I was like, oh, this is gonna be the day where I have to come on here and trash the defense because the Lions. I mean, I can't think of a game where I've had to trash the defense at all this year. Chiefs, it was an offensive issue, and the Packers, it was an offensive issue. The defense wasn't great in that game either, but the offense was the issue. I thought this was going to be the game where I had to trash the defense. I'm not going to. The defense was better than the offense today. There's no question about it.
Yeah, and the Lions' offense, though, is still top 3 in total scoring. So
I
there you
figured, even with the bye.
Just above the Patriots by 2 points.
And who's the 2 above them?
The Colts are first at 290, Cowboys second at 246, and then you're at 239.
Have the Cowboys or the Colts had buys yet?
The Colts have not. The Cowboys have. Have they?
I'm looking.
I feel like the Cowboys have had a bye, but I could be wrong.
Nope, they did not yet. It's week 10 for them. So, Lions are the highest of every team that's played the amount of games they have.
Yeah, 8 games. So, yeah.
Which means they'd probably lead in per game, I'd assume.
Points per game, they are 3rd.
Still under the Colts and the Cowboys?
Yes.
Wow, okay. So, I guess the games don't even matter. All right, Vikings next week. We already talked about it. They have the Ravens. Lions go into Washington to play the Commanders, who do have Jaden Daniels tonight, but he has to play a football game, so there's a good chance they won't have him.
Yeah, he could still get hurt easily.
So I'm still gonna take the Lions. They don't lose 2 straight. They just don't.
Knock on wood, but
They
I'm gonna
don't
go
lose
with
2 straight.
I'm gonna go with the Lions as well.
Yep. All right.
I mean, it's a revenge game, so
It is a revenge game. And we've seen in the past, whether it was the Niners or the Cowboys, the Lions tend to get up for those. I'm sure Dan Campbell will be talking about last year in the locker room for sure. Take us to Panthers 16, Packers 13. The Panthers do it.
Yeah, somehow they do it. And, well, you know what? I'm not even going to say somehow. We know why they did it. We clamored for it last week. They gave the ball to Rico Dowdle.
1,000% they did.
25 carries, a lot of carries for him.
Yeah.
Does get 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's back in the running for the rushing leader now.
Yeah, seriously.
Only about 3 games started.
Yep.
So good for him. But Panthers upset the Packers. Packers offense has just been, at points, it'll look like one of the best offenses in the league. And statistically, they have all the numbers. And then there's games like this where it's underwhelming. Not much going on. I mean, you only get sacked 1 time for Jordan Love. Throws for 273 yards. You get 100-plus yards on the ground, and you put up 13 points.
I have the number right here. How many times do you think they punted today?
3.
0.
Oh, it's 0?
They didn't punt a single time and only put up 13 points. Fumble, field goal, missed field goal, interception, turnover on downs, touchdown was their drives.
You got to score the ball.
Yeah.
You got to get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah. I mean, obviously another situation here. You make the field goal you missed, and you at least tie. So
And McManus has been struggling a lot recently.
Yep.
His last 5 games, he's went 2 for 3, 1 for 2, 2 for 2, 2 for 4, 2 for 3. So
we have to give multiple people credit for the Dowdle thing. One, Dave Canales. It's hard to bench your captain. And I'm being dead serious. Like,
no, I agree.
It's hard to bench your captain. It's a tough decision to make. But he did it because Dowdle so well. And credit to Chuba Hubbard, because from what we've seen, it doesn't look like he's like pissed off or anything about it. That's a situation where you have to understand.
Yeah, I think you got to watch the other guy just running out there and dominating the football game. You got to be like, yeah, okay.
He's like, okay, he's putting up historic numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And the Panthers, this is a perfect spot for them, especially against a team like the Packers, who's done this for their entire history, where they will not play well in a game against a bad team. The bad team leads for most of the game, and then the Packers score late, start to put them on the ropes a little bit, then that bad team collapses, the Packers win, especially at home. That basically almost happened here. The Panthers were winning this game. The Packers come back late to tie it with a touchdown, and this is the easiest spot for Carolina to blow this. And what do? They don't let Jordan Love touch the football again.
Yeah, and the Packers were wearing the old-fashioned jerseys. When do they ever lose in those?
Always, right? Don't they
always?
I thought they historically suck in those.
No.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I think these were new ones though. The helmet was
I hated
I
it.
didn't
I hated the helmet.
I thought it was kind of cool, but it was just odd.
It didn't look good. Especially because like that color scheme just sucks.
No, it's not a good color scheme.
Like the navy blue and brown or whatever.
Is it better than the Steelers throwbacks?
Yes. Or no, sorry, no, it's not. Steelers are better.
You think so?
100%.
I don't know.
You don't like the Bumblebees?
I'm not a big fan of the Bumblebees.
Fair enough. And I think the Packers in general have just been sus against like mid competition all year.
They have been. They have not really dominated mid competition. They've done
Browns,
good against the top
Bengals.
teams, but
Yeah, exactly. Panthers next week, they play the Saints. They'll probably win that. The Panthers are currently 5-4, I believe, or 5-3.
5-4.
They match their win total from last year.
And does that? Yeah, that'll put them above the Falcons, I believe. So
Should, yeah.
man,
They're a great team.
they do exactly what I need them to do every year.
And I do think they will beat the Saints at home.
I do as well.
Then the Packers are at home on Monday Night Football versus the defending champs. It's a phenomenal game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Packers to get it.
I'm going to take the Packers as well. Okay. Next game here. Chargers 27, Titans 20. This is a very odd game. Also, don't really have much to say about this game.
Yeah, it starts off with a Herbert pick six.
Yeah, it starts out with a
Just
Herbert pick six. Yep.
all over the place. He's been turning the ball over a lot more this year than he did last year. Last year, I think he only had 4 or 5 interceptions.
Yeah, something like that.
And now this year, he's been turning the ball over a lot more. He's still having a great season, but 18 touchdowns, 8 interceptions through 9 weeks. He does lead the NFL in passing yards, though, so that's a
Huge.
good thing for the Chargers. They're missing their top running back, and they didn't really run the ball well at all in this game. Kimani Vidal, who's really stepped up, was quiet. Jarrett Patterson, who was the backup, didn't have a great game, but the legend of Oronde Gadsden lives on.
The legend lives on. This is just a weird game for them offensively in general. Like Vidal struggled after being really, really good. Herbert leads them in rushing yards. What? How many did he have?
57.
Yeah, which on a lot of attempts too, right?
9, yeah.
Yeah, it's
And the ball a lot.
way too many. Way too many for Justin Herbert. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, the 4 main passing targets in this game, that being the 3 receivers, QJ, Ladd, Keenan, and then Gadsden. None of the 4 went off, and none of the 4 were bad. They were all between like 40 and 70 receiving yards, which is ideal. It's just strange. You don't there's always usually an alpha. We talked about alphas. There's usually an alpha in a game. There wasn't an alpha in this game.
There was not. And I guess we're not talking about the Colts yet, but the Colts did not have a 100-yard receiver up until this week at all.
Had it written down, and they had 2 this week. Because I had it written down when Pittman got it, and then I put another note. Now they have 2. Alec Pierce.
But Oronde Gadsden has kind of came out of nowhere and is a monster. For the Titans, Cam Ward, solid today still, 12 for 21, not great,
No,
145 yards. But, yeah, going against a good defense, still got to be a little bit better. And I don't think a team has fired their coach and then been that much worse.
Yeah, it's bad. This is the first time I'm going to trash Cam Ward, I think, on here. He was bad in this game. He's been bad. Despite the team scoring 20, it had nothing to do with him. The Titans' first 14 points came off defense and special teams. Ward had a completion percentage of 53 or something, which is Anthony Richardson numbers, 145 yards. The Titans competed again in the game as a team, but they couldn't hold on for the win. I think they are a lot better against the spread this year than they were last year, though.
Yeah, last year they were very, very bad.
Yeah, they were bad and bad overall, which is rare. Usually, if you're bad overall, you're at least average against the spread. Like that's just how it's supposed to work. Let's see, what's their against the spread record here?
Yeah, and he had a couple of really bad underthrows. Ward completed 9 of his 11 passes, thrown under 10 air yards for 80 yards, while completing only 3 of 10 for 65 yards on passes, 10+ yards downfield. It's not ideal.
Not ideal.
He's got to be better. And like I said last week, I think there is going to be a quarterback battle next year.
There very well might be. They are actually not that good against the spread. They're 3-6. You want to guess who the best team against the spread is?
I'm gonna guess I want to say the Colts, but I don't think it is. I'll go with the Patriots.
It's the Rams. Patriots are high though. They're 4th. There's a couple shocking ones on here. Green Bay ain't good. 3-5 against the spread.
Yeah, it doesn't shock me.
Seattle
good.
They are the second best. They're 5-2.
Yeah.
And then nothing else is really that shocking. Buffalo's mid. Miami isn't bad either. They've been
Panthers good.
Panthers, I think they're 4th or 5th. They're 5th, 6-3. Yeah.
Yeah. So
they've been fantastic. But Where are we at? We got a Titans bye next week, and then the Chargers are at home against the Steelers on Sunday Night Football.
It's a great game. I'm going to go with the Steelers.
I am going to go with the Chargers at home. Okay.
It's going to be a lot. It's not really going to be a home game for them. It's going to be a home game in theory. But I think the steel curtain's going to take over.
The steel curtain will take over. I think I do think
the travel.
The travel, yes, but I think the Chargers are a more well-rounded team.
Yeah, fair enough.
Than the Steelers. I worry about the Steelers defense, although they look good today. All right. Take us into Patriots 24, Falcons 23.
Yeah, Patriots got off to a very good starting. They were up 21-7 at a point, and after that, the offense kind of fell apart. Falcons' defensive line has one of their best days in a while. They got 6 sacks on Drake May.
I can't remember the last time they had that.
Which is, shocking. And we finally get to see Trayvon Henderson get a bulk of the carries while he should have got more with Ramondre Stevenson not playing. Obviously, weeks ago, Antonio Gibson was out for the season, but Terrell Jennings comes out of nowhere. I believe an undrafted player from, what was it, Florida A&M, comes in and gets 11 carries, 35 yards, and a touchdown. So good for him. But Trayvon Henderson does have a solid day, and Drake May was good enough in this game. I felt like he left a little bit more out there than he could have. 259 yards, 2 touchdowns. Got the ball to Douglas, Diggs, his top guys, and they get the win, and that's what they need to do. They're sitting at 7-2 now, and this was one of the games for them that was maybe one of the harder games left on their schedule because it's just that easy.
It is. It's literally one of the hardest games left on their schedule. And they should have, like you said, I think they left a lot on the bone as well. They started out really well in this game, and they kind of just took their feet off the gas. 6 wins in a row, like you said. Atlanta's offense was just completely lost in the first half, which, to be frank, they've been lost for a lot of the season, to be completely honest. But they were lost in the first half. They got it back a little bit in the second, but the Pats were just in control. It never once, even when it got close at the end, felt like they were going to lose this game. They were always in control. And, yeah, I mean, I'm just going to keep beating the same drum I've been beating for the past couple weeks. They're going to win this division. I know the Bills just beat the Chiefs, but they're going to win this division.
Yeah.
And I think they're better than the Bills.
I don't think they're better than the Bills.
And neither do I.
You just said it.
Yeah, I know. I changed my mind quick.
But their hard games left on the schedule is Tampa Bay next week, and then they got Jets, Bengals, Giants. Then they have their final 2 hard games in the Bills and the Ravens, and then Jets, Dolphins. So,
yeah.
They might only have 2 more losses on there if they can just continue to beat up on the easy teams.
And they're going to. They might lose one of them, but...
yeah.
I mean, if they lose one of them and they lose both of the other ones, which they probably won't lose both of the other ones. They'll probably beat the Ravens or the Bills, I'd assume. But even if they don't, they still leave with 5 losses, right? 11-5.
Yeah, I think they lose both those games. I just think I don't see them sweeping the Bills in a season, and I don't see I think the Ravens are just going to be on fire.
It's in New England, though, right?
Yeah. But I still don't see them sweeping the Bills.
We'll see. We'll have to see.
And then the other side, though, the Falcons, just a disappointing season already. 3-5, easily in 3rd place. Definitely not making the playoffs at this point. Penix has a solid game. Don't run the ball well at all, though, and you're playing from behind, so you're going to get the passing yards. And at least Drake London was very good in this game.
Yeah, and he, of course, scored.
Scored 3 times.
Oh, he scored 3 times?
Yeah, 9 catches, 118 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Oh, I didn't know
him.
he had 3. I knew he had the 1. I didn't know he had 3. Wow.
He has a massive game, but
yeah.
It's your season's kind of cooked at this point, and I wrote in my notes that I think it's time for Raheem Morris to go.
Yeah, I think it might be as well.
Because it's either the coaching or the roster.
Did I pick the Falcons last week?
I don't remember.
I think I did, right? I picked a team I maybe shouldn't have picked, I thought. Or like I went and I reached again. I can't remember. Let me see. Josh knockout week 8. Yeah, I picked the Falcons last week.
Good pick.
Yeah. And the Jags did win, unfortunately, but we're still in a good spot there. But the Falcons going to Indy next week. Colts won that.
They're going to Berlin.
They're going to Berlin next week.
Yes, and I'm going to have to go with the Colts.
Going to go with the Colts as well.
Or is it? Yeah, it's Berlin. It's Berlin. The other one's in Munich.
And then the Pats going to Tampa.
Yeah, that's...
Tampa coming off a bye.
think I'm gonna go with I think the Pats are due for a loss. I'm gonna go Tampa.
I am as well.